Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
Now look, Doc, we're buddies, okay? But don't try to convert me.
I'm trying to prepare you.
I only get sleep paralysis whenever I stay in like somewhere that's haunted.
Yeah, like the Arnold's Manor Hotel.
Yeah. And I haven't had it in ages. Like the flats that I live on campus aren't haunted. I was asleep and then it was like a weird bout of I could sort of like feel it happening.
Yeah.
So I sort of managed to wake myself up and in my head I was just like, something's gonna happen. I can feel it.
Like I just said, so I felt something was going to happen.
I feel like something's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I was just like, in my head, I was just like, don't go. In my head, as soon as I woke up from it, I was like, don't go. And I'm
That's so weird.
Of course I'm going.
Maybe me getting like really ill before the trip is like their way of saying do not go.
Well,
stay.
We're going anyway.
Do you like see anything when you have sleep paralysis? Or?
Yeah. I've had someone, it's been like a dream and then I couldn't move and then I rolled my head around and then it was someone just screaming in my face. It was like a demonic man.
That's disgusting.
That was in my house from last year, the one that you came to for the party.
Oh, right.
There's like a scientific reason behind it. But the thing is, for me, it's like it feels like something's passing through my body.
That's so strange.
Because like, say it passes from right to left.
Yeah.
And then it'll start tugging on my pajamas.
Oh, but like trying to wake you up almost.
I don't know, it's like it goes through and then it starts tugging on it and I'm like, nah.
I film you when you're struggling.
How dare you? I've never struggled a day in my life.
I'm David, welcome.
Nice to meet you, Lauren. Nice to meet you too.
Emily.
Emily, nice to meet you too.
Can't help but notice the...
Alright.
Is that why you're
Notice
here?
what?
Yeah, do you guys talent for YouTube?
Hence the Wednesday Addams look.
Most haunted hotel in England.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything happen?
Personally, I haven't, no. Purely because I've only been here about 7 weeks.
So you're not here at night?
I'm not here at night, I leave by 11:30 every night.
Okay.
You'll actually find in your room a history of the hotel, and we do have a section of the ghosts in Ettington. So a lot of it happens in according to, obviously I can't say.
Yeah.
But apparently in the reception area, and then the second floor as well.
Alright. Also the chapel, I was wondering, I've seen people get key for that to explore at night. Is there any way we could possibly?
Yeah, no, you can get it from reception with me.
I really think I've experienced it's always been quite nice. And
Really? Yeah, it's always evil with me.
Because I follow you, but
They actually do.
Honestly, that man's a big mood.
Me. Yeah, that's really creepy. Why is there like a ghost woman there?
There it is. There's our boy. Well, girl.
That looks really creepy.
It's the Shirley suite.
It's like at the end of the corridor. Open it.
Oh, never leaving.
Oh, it goes on.
Oh my god. Oh my god, and look at the view that we have. There's like a helicopter pad on the field.
Did you feel judged by the people at the doors?
A little bit. Little bit.
That young guy was judging me so
He was just like, ugh.
Look, I'm keeping it.
What should we name him?
Sleep is dear to me. Paralysis. His name's Paralysis and he sleeps there. We're right at the front of the
I know. It's amazing. So, is this the best one you've ever stayed in, would you say?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's better than in Britannia, I think.
They have Clipper tea, which is the fancy tea. Look!
This is so fancy.
And it's like a decent kettle.
Shortbread in like a circle.
Got coffee.
Shortbread in a circle, Mum.
Oh my god!
Look at this.
We are living large today.
Wait, I need to put it on. Oh my god, look, I'm a queen. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, we gotta do the yes.
Oh, look, 4-foot bathtub.
Film the bathtub now. Wait, hold on. Do you mind shoes?
That's
television. This is amazing. Hold on. Oh. Are you seeing this television on? This is how rich people live. This is how I want to live. Guys, just kill me. I'll stay here forever.
Very much Russian artifacts.
I can sit in the bath and watch TV. My laziness has just gone to 100%. Blue Planet. I'm sorted. I can pretend I'm swimming. So we just found a phone on the floor.
When we were moving the sofa.
We found a phone. It's cracked. Dead. Oh.
It's not dead.
Well, I don't feel like secure gun on someone's phone though. Let's find out who's it. I'll take it down to reception, obviously. It's got a pin. Come here, find yourself a Samsung. You know, someone was probably looking everywhere for this, you know.
Yeah.
Now I want you two to get good rest.
What if I have a bad dream?
Well, I'm sure we can handle any dream you have.
What if I dream that you sent us away into the dark and we get hurt? Really hurt? And what if I'm so sad and scared of the dark out there that I put poison in me for years and years until my blood turns into poison and my heart breaks right in half and I can't feel anything happy. Till I can't stand it anymore and I have to die. And time on a silver table. Is my jaw wired shut? Would you wake us up from a dream like that?
So we are in the Ettington Park Hotel at the moment, where we'll be investigating for the whole of the Halloween witching hour night. This is something we've never done before. I've done Halloween before, but it wasn't the exact witching hour. This is like technically 3 AM Halloween morning, so it is the witching hour of Halloween.
Okay.
So tell me everything you know, research girl.
Everything I know. Right, so it's the most haunted hotel in the UK. Both guests,
so the woman said downstairs,
both guests and staff have reported seeing various spectres and hearing disembodied voices. One of the coolest things is that it was used as the exterior shots for Hill House in the 1963 horror film The Haunting, which has obviously now been remade into the Netflix series The Haunting of Hill House.
So yeah, if you guys have seen that recently, then this is the place they filmed the original building at, like the front of it. I don't think inside.
No, it's just all exterior shots, but it's looking outside you can see why. It was originally a Roman villa that existed on the site, not like built like this, obviously it was knocked down.
So it'd be like little villages kind of thing.
Yeah, but
what time was the Roman era? 1500s? That's a guess. That's the plague era, so I'm
But yeah, it was like 40 acres, so all of that was a Roman villa. The only reason they know this is because they found a number of like Roman coins and old pottery that's been unearthed when they were building this.
And if you think like in the Roman times there were a lot of battles, a lot of death, so a lot of people probably did die here.
So it was then owned by an aristocratic family called the Shirleys, which is the room that we're staying in with Shirley.
Aristocratic? What does that mean?
They're really high up, noble, really rich, obviously, have to be to own this. But yeah, so we're in the Shirley Suite, which is named after the family. They are one of the oldest families in Warwickshire, with a history tracing back over 1,000 years. George Shirley was an army officer, and he'd renovated the house.
That's not the guy that they see walking around.
It might be, we don't know.
The general.
It might be. In 1935, it was used as a nursing home, but it was quickly switched to a camp for prisoners of war during World War II.
Jesus Christ, the history.
It's really rich. There's a lot of
prisoners from war, they would have been like brutally like beaten here and like tortured and
There was a brief moment in time when it was a club.
It's been everything.
But the fire broke out in 1979, which led to a lot of damaging on the property. It was fixed up in 1983 and it's remained the hotel ever since, with the Shirley family still maintaining the ownership of the land.
So the Shirley family's still around now then?
Yeah.
Wonder if they know anything
They still
about the
own.
hotel.
They still own it. Sometimes they drop in a visit. So they have had ownership from dating back to the Doomsday Book.
So explain what the Doomsday Book is, because I had no idea.
The Doomsday Book, from what I gather, it's when something was happening, something really bad was happening, and they had to, all families in the UK had to write down any properties that they owned. But yeah, so everyone had to write down all the properties that they owned. And it's the fact that it's still listed as their property today is ridiculous, because not a lot of people can say
Yeah, families die off, don't they?
Yeah. Also, I don't know where, I don't know who, but someone was stabbed to death in the mansion at one point. There's an old woman in Victoria clothing who's been seen, heard and walking on the entrance to the conservatory. A man and his dog have been seen wandering into the library and then just completely vanishing. There's a candle that often gets lifted off of a mantelpiece, sort of floats by itself, and it normally happens around Christmas Eve. So the most popular ghost that I found was a woman dressed in a white gown. She's a former governess and is known by the name Lady Emma.
Oh, yeah, I remember Lady Emma.
So she tends to walk along the corridors at night before disappearing into walls. There's a grey lady who floats and stops at the front of the stairs, where she is believed to have fallen and died so many years ago.
Yeah, the servant girl.
This is a different.
What?
This
How
is
many
a grey
people fallen
lady.
and died?
She can also be seen in the store corridor. There's a number of apparitions in the Stour corridor. These include the 2 children who drowned in the nearby river of Stour
I want to find that
in
river.
the 1800s. They can also be seen and heard around the property, both inside and out of the property. You can also see a ghost of a monk, who could be the priest in the Great Library, but it's not. Fucking hell, that scared me.
What is that?
It's the phone.
Yeah, it's perfect. We did find a phone underneath the sofa. I don't know if you want that. Courtesy
What was
call.
it?
It's a fancy place. You got to do those courtesy calls. Right, back to the ghosts.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Oh, also, going back to the Haunting a Hill House thing, a lot of the crew, when they were like acting here, they felt really uneasy and they refused to come into the building. I think that's what you said.
Yeah, and a lot of them have like sort of refused to come back, so they're like, no.
They just got like a really uneasy
just sort
feeling
of
while filming here.
Did what they needed to do and
Got out.
left.
Yeah, they were like, this, I'm out.
In the corridor just outside of the long gallery, the architect who designed the mansion, John Pritchard, has been seen strolling along the corridor. The main staircase,
We're like, yes.
which is where we walked up,
Okay.
is haunted by a young servant girl called
that's where
Mary,
she fell.
who died after falling down the staircase after an argument with the squire.
That's a brutal staircase as well. Like,
Yeah.
you would break your neck. It's like,
In the long gallery, both staff and guests have reported feeling as if they're being watched, accompanied with an oppressive atmosphere, so they feel like really uncomfortable and
I
uneasy.
got that when I walked into that bathroom. I don't feel okay in that bathroom. It's always the bathrooms of haunted
I feel
places.
quite happy there's a bathtub. The gallery has also had sudden drops in temperature.
For a moment,
Yeah.
we've got the temperature.
In the great drawing room, multiple female voices are heard in what can only be described as sort of singing along with something. So you just hear people singing and sort of like, apparently it gives off the atmosphere of a party.
Oh, okay.
Doors also open and close by themselves, as well as the curtains opening and closing. And these curtains, as we discovered when we tried to shut them, are really heavy.
Yeah, so if they're open when we walk back in, I'm going to leave them closed and see if anything happens.
There are numerous reports of books flying off the shelves in the library. Most
As you do, read your literature.
Most
Knock you
notably,
out.
Sir Walter Scott's book of St. Ronan's Well, in which the book always, every time it falls open to the same page, despite the fact that the spine has not been cracked at the place.
We got to find that book.
The page contains an ominous sentence, and this is the sentence. A merry place, 'tis said, in days of yore, but something ails it now, the place is cursed.
This building. That's what it means. Wait, what does your mean?
A merry place, 'tis said, in days of yore. So that's sort of days of the past.
Okay, so like, yeah.
Yeah, but something ails it now, the place is cursed.
Ails. Something ails it now.
So something sort
has
of...
like a hold on it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. The most bizarre thing to happen on the estate involves the Toad of Ettington.
The toad.
The
Ghost toad.
The Toad of Ettington.
Ghost toad.
You're gonna lose your
Oh,
trust
God.
me. It occurred in 1859 when some workmen dismantled an outer wall that overlooked
I've
the
heard of
garden
this.
made by a rather They made a rather unusual discovery. Basically, they came across a live toad in the cavity wall. And it would be completely normal to find like an animal in a wall. But
it should be dead.
there was no access from the outside, and there was no way that any air could get into the cavity wall.
So they don't know how it was still alive.
Die.
Yeah.
They believe that the toad had gained entry into it before the previous building work took place in 1740.
Yeah.
That's just the
Footsteps above.
Well, there is another floor above us. This toad went unnoticed and it got sealed in. The toad managed to survive when it was entombed for 119 years. It was when it was finally discovered.
Wait, it was in the wall for 119 years
Yeah.
and it didn't even eat anything.
It didn't
I know
eat anything,
toads
it couldn't
can live
breathe.
forever. Not forever, but like 200 years.
But yeah, it didn't eat
They-
anything,
that's
it
what I
didn't
mean,
drink
how?
anything, there was no air in there.
They can live for like ages, but they've got to have flies.
Yeah,
and,
they've
like,
got to get something. And there was
what's going on up there?
There was no entry, no way that anything could get into or out.
So do you reckon they just built around it and it's just been trapped there?
I think so,
for, like,
yeah, they just didn't
100 years?
notice. So when
That's
they finally
really
got the
much
toad
fun.
out, they kept it in a large glass bottle, but it refused to eat any of the food that they tried to give it.
Really?
And it died 3 months later.
So it was protected in that wall. Something was keeping it alive. And then as soon as it was away from this building, it died.
Yeah.
So then what if it was already dead? It's like American Horror Story. It left the building and it died.
So there's a story from a guest who complained when they went to check out that they were kept awake by children singing and dancing in the long gallery at 3 a.m. However, there was no event on in the gallery that night and the hotel was really quiet.
Why would there be
Everything
children
that I
up at
have,
3 in the morning as well? Do you
That's
know what I mean?
everything that I have. There are so many ghosts.
I didn't expect there to be that many. I was rehearsing 8 of them in my head. Right, Will is on his way, so he should be here soon. Well, I think what we should do now is just explore this hotel.
We'll go and explore.
Long gallery it is. Okay, so we'll go to Long Gallery.
Ton of them.
It's got a weird smell, this bit. This is creepy. Cold in here.
It's freezing.
So is this where books were?
No, that's the library.
Loyal is...
Je suis.
Swish.
Je suis. It's French.
Oh, but it really smells bad in here, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. Holy Bible. We're gonna be needing that tonight.
Yeah, we didn't check if there was a Bible in our room.
I know, my love. I don't. What love? It's really dark outside now. That's so creepy. Chairs and stuff, but ooh, I just got shivers now. Like, you didn't scare me. I just got like proper shivers. It is cold in here, though. Are you getting that?
Yeah, it is.
It's so strange. It's so cold. It's warm here.
Oh my god, they have heads.
Ew, why did I never notice that? Ew. Look above. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the one that leads next to us.
Oh, the light just flickered.
I know, I saw that.
Did you see that? That was really weird. I thought that was just my eyes. Ew. 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 Oh, there's only...
Yeah, there's only 3.
Ew. Ew. We're gonna die. What is going on?
Creek.
Ew. That must be the courtyard, right?
Yes.
This guy's quite attractive, you know. Have he been like in our time here? Actually, no, I take it back. They've got like books and Vanity Fair. They had Vanity Fair back then.
Apparently.
Is that like
Oh, they've got
actual-
Treasure Island.
So this is the staircase where the servant girl fell down.
Servant Girl and the Grey Lady.
Can we just have a look at these stairs, yeah? Ow. Imagine like falling to your death down all of these rides.
This is the, from what I can gather, the Star Corridor, because that's the suite. This is the 2 little boys.
That drowned.
Yeah, the Grey Lady, I think, and a monk.
Why would they want to be in this area of the areas?
I don't know.
Why have they got wedding dresses though?
I mean, looking at it, it's a very popular wedding destination.
Those powder rounds, so you know, all that cocaine.
Oh, that's there's something in there, people in there, but I can't remember who.
What does that say? Loyal. Why is that on every single fireplace?
Loyal Je suis.
It's French, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it just means I am loyal.
Je suis, man. I'm mental.
I am. I think, anyway.
I am loyal. So maybe they're all about loyalty or...
Drink, be merry, and be wise, quarrel not and tell no lies.
And tell no lies? They're proper about like loyalty and lies. What the f*** is that?
No idea. It's like a really old clock. So that's the courtyard.
Is it? Oh, yes. See if we can get out there.
Oh, someone just left the deer out.
Why would they do that? Paralysis too. They're gonna think a ghost moved there.
That must be the turret that's near our room, I think.
Turret?
That must be the chapel. That's my only guess, because it's got stained glass windows.
There's not glass there, I'm not gonna walk into a wall, man.
I don't know. I really wanted you to just walk with full confidence.
What is this? Something's been bricked up here.
Yeah, 100%.
Mausoleums, probably. Just they're trapped in there now. What's this? The frog?
No.
It might be where the frog is from. So we're going to try and get in here at 3 AM. This is going to be horrifying. This is proper like haunted house kind of setup though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is, you can see why they used it.
So just ringing your room actually, because I have had to just quickly sort of speak to a manager, and unfortunately you won't be able to sort of use your equipment in public areas of the hotel.
Okay.
By all means in your room, absolutely
Yeah.
fine, and just not to make sort of a big deal of what you're doing, just in case obviously we have other guests to think about. So if you can just ask for sort of your respect on that as well. In your room, absolutely fine. Okay.
Okay, so I'm by myself and I'm just going to have a little explore and I'll explain what happened when I'm outside. Right, hey guys, the camera angle ain't great here, I'm not going to lie to you. And I am literally sitting by the woods in the dark, as you can see, away from the hotel. So pretty much what happened was the woman at the reception came up to us and she pretty much said that we weren't allowed to film anything anymore around the hotel. We were only allowed to film in our room, and that we can't use any of the equipment that we have. We're not allowed to film, we're not allowed to do anything pretty much. We're bound to that room, and we paid quite a lot of money to be here as well. This was like one of the most expensive places we've ever gone to, and it's Halloween, which doesn't help. I don't know what to do now. I'm still trying to like regroup and rethink what I'm gonna do. I think wait until that staff is gone and the night staff have arrived, and we'll just try our luck with that. Wander around, try not to get caught. Will's on his way, and if they didn't even let us film around here, they're not gonna let him in. So yeah, we gotta try our best to, you know, be less suspicious. And I say as I sit in the middle of the woods by a tree filming myself. I'll get back to you when I know exactly what's happening when Will's arrived. So this is Will's car. He literally just took it to the repair shop and that happened. So wait, you had to pay for repairs?
Well, obviously, service.
And then
Now I'm going to
you're going to pay for repairs again.
How big are the grounds? They seem huge.
Massive, yeah. And they won't even let us explore any of it. But
They won't let us explore any of it.
the people that are here at the moment, but night staff will arrive soon, so they might be different. As long as we don't get seen by them. If we just like sneak.
I mean, to be honest, they can't exactly stop us from walking around the ground.
That's what I mean. No, but they said no equipment used on the grounds. Yeah, equipment, this.
A camera.
All the guys hunting.
Camera.
Do you get what I mean?
Essentially, what they're saying is that if I wanted to, for example, take videos on my phone.
You're not allowed. Yeah, no, pretty much. That's what they're saying to us.
Okay, is that a rule? Is that
No, it's
Have you
not.
checked it on the website?
No,
or what?
people ghost hunt here. That's the thing.
Have you checked it on the website?
Nah, I'm gonna have a look when we get in. We'll have a little study. But people ghost hunt here. I've seen so many videos, and it's because they're all older, I think.
When was the most? Do they get prior approval? Do you think they pay?
People ghost hunt here a lot. Like, this is the most common place for people to ghost hunt. It's one of the most haunted places in the UK.
Okay.
They even have that on their booklet, and they won't let us do this. Do you know what I mean?
They advertise it.
Yeah, and then they won't let us do it. I just think it's us that they're iffy with.
I don't know.
We decided to head back to the hotel room to begin our investigation at the Ettington Park Hotel.
Literally, I was asleep, and then I get sleep paralysis whenever there's in like a really haunted place.
So pretty much before we go somewhere that's like really haunted,
Yeah.
it happens.
So I managed to wake myself up, and as soon as I woke up, I just felt like in my head it just went, don't go there.
And then your car up on the way here. What happened?
Someone crashed into me.
And the light up.
Oh, because someone crashed into it.
Yeah, but still, it's like a warning, isn't it? And before the trips, I'm always ill. I had a dirty cold. I could barely even focus. I almost didn't come. It was so bad. And my throat hurt so much.
Come on, you went to Liverpool literally throwing...
I know, see what I mean? Bad happens before I go on trips. I'm always ill.
We've decided to regrade, and all we can really do is wait for the night shift, like the night staff to start. Until then, we've got to kind of hang out here. Just experiment in this room, I guess. There's nothing else we can do. We're actually I've never had this happen at a hotel before.
It's a lovely hotel. Looks wise.
It's because it's 4-star that we have to deal with this. No more expensive hotels.
We've got room service coming, you know, that pancetta,
Like
cheese. No, it's not cheese. I made the mistake of saying that pancetta was cheese to a really like rich, probably like a barman.
Idiot. We love you, Lauren, but you're an idiot.
So yeah, we got cheese board coming and a burger. It better be the nicest burger I've ever seen. If it's not like a Five Guys level, I'm not going to be happy.
It's not like an actual just cow,
delicious burger,
then.
yeah. A steak.
Really? Yeah. Has to be a steak and a brioche bun.
Yeah.
That's the level.
Oh, I'm not having no like cheeseburger from McDonald's, I swear to God.
Our first investigation of the night involved taking a glass and leaving it in the bathroom with the EVP recorder left on to see if it would move. We also then attempted night vision in the other room.
Right, so I'm going to take this cup and I'm going to put it in the bathroom while we're investigating in this main room, just to see if anything can move it. So if there is a spirit with us in this room or this building, can you move this while we're out of the room? I'm going to just leave it there, and if you move it, you move it. I'm going to put my phone there to record EVPs to see if we can hear it move if it does. I'm going to start recording now. So we are in the bathroom of the Ettington Park Hotel, and I'm going to leave this here. If you want to speak, feel free to speak into the phone, or if you want to move that, then we'll be able to pick it up through this. I'm going to turn all these lights off and we're going to put the night vision camera on. Okay?